mostly with referrals. And so I mean, if I work, I don't know, 20 hours a week, that's plenty.
That's plenty, you bet. And you're still
Yeah.
playing golf, right?
I gotta have time for golf.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking out of Lake Valley.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Hey, good
Hello.
morning. Good morning.
Who is this?
This is Suzanne Ginger.
Hello, Suzanne Ginger.
Hi, Suzanne.
Hey, thank you. Am I in time?
You're in time.
Cool.
Are you a guest?
Yes.
Welcome.
Good.
Thanks.
Welcome. Yeah, we can't hear the meeting yet. I think they're on mute, Suzanne.
Okay, so we can
Who are
talk
you a
amongst
guest
ourselves.
of, Suzanne?
Pardon me?
Who are you a guest of?
It would be Joanne.
Ah,
Good, good, good.
So who am I speaking with, please?
Bob Groening and Roger Cabbage.
And Roger
Hey.
Cabbage up here. Yeah.
Yep, I've heard your guys' names. You guys are typically on Zoom when I've been there in person.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes our Zoom conversation overwhelms the rest of the crowd and they listen and go, oh, those guys are really into it.
Well, that's probably why they got us muted.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes they're so loud when they're just setting up that we can't hear anything. So they must have got the word to go ahead and mute until the meeting starts.
Gotcha. It looks like a different layout, or maybe it's just being on Zoom that makes it look different.
I think it's being on Zoom because of the kind of fisheye lens.
Oh yeah, it looked like curved tables, but I know that they don't have curved tables at the
No,
Humane
they're not
Society.
curved.
Ah, yeah, yeah. I've never been over there to the Humane Society for a
Haven't
meeting
you?
yet. Right.
Yeah, I typically haven't gone. It's a pretty small room.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you guys in Boulder, Longmont, Lafayette?
I'm in Broomfield. We're both in
Oh,
Broomfield.
Broomfield. Okay.
Yeah, we're about a block apart, Bob.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Right.
you guys, that'd be a long haul to drive all the way in because
Yeah,
that's
it's
the north.
about maybe this time in the morning, maybe 20 minutes.
Mhm.
Traffic 2 years ago would have taken a half an hour, but there's a lot less traffic than there was 2 years ago.
Yes, it seems like COVID has thinned that out.
It has.
Yeah, but I know you
Yeah,
don't
because
have any problem driving all the way to Lake Valley, do you, Bob?
I do not. I go a different direction.
Okay.
Mm. So-
I wish it wasn't quite so far, but
Right.
it is what it is.
Right.
It seems like Colorado is making the news this morning with the absence of snow. Just on it. Sorry, I changed the topic. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I agree. Joanne's on now.
Hey,
Hey,
Hi,
Here I
hey,
Joanne.
am.
Joanne.
here
It's
I
Suzanne.
am. Oh,
Hello.
how are you today?
Oh, much better than yesterday. Thanks.
Yeah, good, good.
So how, and are you in your virtual someplace?
I just turned on my camera, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I'm here.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can see you, Joanne. We can see you
good.
now. Yeah.
Thank you.
I haven't figured out how to do that, but
You
Yeah,
just
you're
go
gonna turn on the
down.
camera?
Are you on a computer?
I'm on my smartphone. Oh, there's Jay, but that's the only viewing I have is of the room.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you gotta start video.
There's an icon on your phone, and I don't know where it is, where you change from speaker to gallery.
Ah, okay.
And if you change to gallery, you'll see everybody. Yeah.
Okay, I will work on it, but it sounds like the meeting has started, or at least we're gonna do.
Well, I don't hear Jay.
They
Yeah,
haven't turned it. We're still muted. Maybe now he's.
Oh, we need to tell somebody. I'll call Teri. I'll send a chat to Teri.
Yeah. We'll enter that into the chat.
Jay is muted.
I had the same issue, I think a week ago where I couldn't hear anything.
There it is. Jay is muted. Okay.
Maybe I'll try to, I wonder if I got Teri in my phone here. Oh, there. Nope, that wasn't it.
There we go.
Somebody's trying.
They're trying. I can hear the static.
Mhm.
There we go. Jay's man bun's getting bigger. Still can't hear.
I'm trying to call Teri, but I don't know that I've got this, maybe her home phone instead. I don't know.
Oh, Angie's on.
Yeah, good morning. I'm actually going on a field trip with my daughter this morning, so I'm listening to Rotary and watching the kids come in. So I'm going to put myself on mute and hopefully I'll stay.
That
There now.
sounds good.
Because what happened last time, I was on mute and then my phone lost web and then reconnected and allowed me, didn't mute me again. And so it's making all kind of noise. I'm so sorry.
Let's see.
I'll
I don't
try.
know. I got I just got the voicemail when I called Teri's phone. Who other phone could we get in there? Did you notice who else might be there this morning?
Kim,
Who?
Kim is there, Rusty's there,
Kim and
Jason's
Rusty.
there.
Jason might be a good person to alert. Let's see whether he's got, the phone number I have for him may only be a phone number too, a home phone. Let's.
Well, I just raised my hand, so hopefully they'll see it on the screen eventually. Maybe if we all raised our hand.
Maybe if we all raised our hands, that's a good idea.
I wonder if this has something to do with the big clubs also visiting our club this morning.
We would see them on the Zoom call. I
Oh,
don't see
right.
anybody on the Zoom call. Huh. That's not
I just
working.
texted Jason. Let's see if he goes for his phone.
Okay. Who else is there?
No, it's a landline.
Oh, shoot. Is that Ann? Ann's pretty good. Let me see whether I've got her in my contacts.
I've got her.
Oh, do you? Okay, try her. A text.
That's landline too.
Oh,
I've got a 303 number for her that may be a text, maybe a call.
sure I got her cell phone.
Yeah, 719 is a landline. 303 is a.
Could we call the Humane Society and ask them to stop into the room?
That's a great idea. Leslie's in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe call the Humane Society.
Huh.
Try Rusty.
Okay.
Oh, I guess Ann's not going to answer anything right now.
No, well, I'm sending her a text now. Oops, no, she's talking, so she
Exactly, she can't.
she can't answer her text. Let's see. Who else do I? We all have our hands raised, right?
I have mine raised,
Well,
yes.
Yeah.
Now I have mine raised.
There's so much animation in the speakers this morning. It'd be very interesting to hear what they have to
Yeah,
say.
what they were saying.
I think they're talking about
Oh,
getting assistant governors and volunteers. That's what we talked about at the board meeting yesterday, is that we need more people helping out in committees. And
So we
There's
can
actually-
hear background noise now.
Yeah,
or we could.
That went away.
that was my background noise, not theirs.
No,
Ah.
it sounded like a group.
Yeah, I'm in my daughter's classroom.
Ah,
well, it looks like a gorgeous day outside.
It kind of is. Yeah.
What's the
It's supposed to
temperature?
snow 40 something. It's supposed to snow tomorrow evening. We may get our
Yay.
first snow of the evening for the year tomorrow evening.
Perfect. So
Yeah.
substantial?
Send it up to the
no.
mountains. They need it.
No, but enough to register as the first snow. I think a couple of inches maybe.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
we
real drought.
certainly. Yeah, yeah.
How's Molly?
Oh, she's good. She's sitting here beside me. She thinks she wants
Your
treats.
call has been forwarded to a
Maybe if I can entice her up on the counter here, maybe she would come up and see you. She loves your red mouse. She
Oh, great.
still pulls that out from time to time and just enjoys it
Let's
so
see
much.
who else is there. Slider's there.
Oh, Marty. Then if Bob's there, Marty's there. This looks like a pretty small attendance. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe only 12 or so. 1, 2, 3.
I don't see that anybody's got their phone in front. Jason's looking at his phone right now. I don't know why. Well, I guess maybe I could email him.
Or again, text him. Does he send?
whoop, he just put it back.
Ah,
Joanne, I have not figured out how to switch from the gallery or the single view of the meeting to individual participants. I apologize. So
Okay, there's a
Molly-
way. It's at one of the corners of your phone. Just keep hunting
Yeah.
around.
I've tried more.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. Nope, that's not it. That gave me emojis.
Mhm. It's part of the
Mhm.
Zoom page. It's not, yeah, part of your Zoom.
Okay.
I don't think anybody else would have their phone handy with them. Oh, there. Jason's looking at his emails right now. So maybe he will get my email.
Good.
Okay, thanks, Angie.
Jason, read my email.
Yeah, I'll bet he's only checking texts.
Okay, I'm in participants. Wow.
Okay, well, okay.
And I've got,
No, but the participants isn't where it's at, except that you see the little, you can see who's muted and who has their video turned on.
right, okay, I'll touch
And
video.
and
for
touch,
you.
yeah,
See-
touch your video icon.
Nope, that didn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
I think my video is shut down because I'm on battery.
Oh, maybe.
Okay. That would answer it. So we don't know what people are
Guess
celebrating.
Jason didn't read his email.
Doggone. Let's see, what else can we do here? Maybe, well, of course, now Anne, I just, she may check her text. Who else is good? Marty. I thought we had Marty. Let's see whether. Do I have Marty as a?
Good to have you, Club. You got all my.
Is that better?
Christmas decorations.
There we go.
There it is.
Is that better?
Oh, are we gonna have an ugly sweater contest? No.
If you want to, go right ahead. I am
Why not?
If you want to. If you wear it, I'll wear mine. Okay, then
Okay,
somebody
I'll wear
come up with
mine.
a prize. You wear yours. Somebody else. I enjoyed this one last
It was Roger.
Cranky Buck. I did a craft show in Adams County last Saturday. And everything that I have experienced all year is that people are really interested in shopping. And I just want to say that Adams County, nobody is interested in shopping unless it's popcorn. So.
Excuse me, I have a quick question that people are saying, could they take the mask off and talk?
Or drink your coffee.
It's just good to see all of you, and the mountains are finally gonna get a foot or two of snow here.
And I want to say thank you to Jay. His mother has been doing hats, Carmen, thank you, and the egg cartons are super. I'll bring yours to Sister Carmen. And then also, I got a very nice thank you with Teri, and I actually got it from Project Sanctuary for our garage sale. We sent them $507. But the sad part is when they incurred that fire, their one of their places where they have their retreats burned down. So, and inflation is really hurting them too, obviously. But they never stopped working through this whole thing. And they've got a long list of people who need retreats. So they're just wonderful people. Anybody else?
This Happy Dollars because we went down and had hip replacement 6 weeks ago and it did not look like it was doing that well. So we were really not sure what was going on, but it turned out he just has a big hematoma. And that can be taken care of. So he's much more of a happy camper and much easier to live with. Maybe.
Well, yeah.
For the moment.
So I'm so happy because I have gifts that Mary Beth made.
Oh,
She made
ah.
7 of these for my 7 grandnieces and nephews. And anyway, so what they are, you put a gift certificate. I mean,
Money.
a gift card.
Or gift card.
Yeah, and I'm gonna, so I'm thrilled. Because I don't know what to get them. And I owe you because I don't use money. Only crypto cards.
We need a Venmo, a Venmo card.
Easy, you can do that.
A Happy Dollars. My son called me this morning at 6:50. He was up before school, so that was really sweet.
Before school, that's important.
He says he gets up at 5:30 in college, so that's pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah.
And then another Happy Dollars. He and his girlfriend are driving with me to North Platte, Nebraska on Saturday to pick up a baby horse. So.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Terry, do you have some?
No.
We're going to pass it back to Mary Beth.
Anybody?
Cool. My wife also happy about that Michigan game. She was there. So if she were here, she would throw in a happy buck with you. Terry, if you, got it.
Oh, I was gonna ask online, do
That'd
they
be
have
great. Yeah.
any happy bucks that you can pay later?
No, the Venmo account for Happy Bucks makes sense.
Got none.
Oh, Venmo, yeah,
All right. If you could click back on the Google slide there so I can keep going
okay.
with the keyboard and the mouse because I can't use the clicker. This is right here. We look on Zoom, I can't use it.
Oh, sorry.
All good? All right, we are up to our program, which is Rusty. So today I'll do the introduction. Rusty is the president of the Boulder Flatirons Rotary Foundation for our foundation edition today. And he's got some slides along with Teri, the secretary or the treasurer of the club foundation. And they're going to go through some of the finances, talk about their dreams, goals, aspirations, and the future of the foundation. Come on down. I'll pass off the clicker, and then I will take Teri's seat. Okay. That big button is the clicker to go to the next slide.
The arrow.
Yeah.
Cool. This is so cool. We finished this up last night. Terry was sending stuff over, and Jay was sending stuff over, and I went to bed. And when I got up, I said, I better check to see if we made any changes. And Jay did put the whole thing together on something readable and attractive, and Terry is going to go through it in a few minutes. Yeah. Yeah, it's terrific. You go to bed early, you get up, you check, oh yeah, look, it's all done. So anyway, a couple of words about the foundation. It was started back 1920? No, 1909.
You're talking about Rotary or?
The
the
Rotary
Boulder
Foundation.
Flatirons? Oh, the big international.
It was about 10 years after Rotary started, which was 1901.
Right.
And they had a convention in Chicago. There was a couple of dozen clubs nationwide, and several people showed up. And they had,
I think, $18 left over when the convention was finished. And they had made no provisions on what to do with the money. And so they said, well, what should we do? And I said, let's just start a fund and we'll collect money and, we'll do something. And Arch Clump was the treasurer at the time. It was a friend of Paul Harris. And he said, let's start a foundation to raise money for Rotary. And they said, well, what are we going to do with it? He said, it'll be to do good. And that was it. That was the whole idea of the foundation. And now it's a multi-bazillion-dollar company, which does good all over the world. Polio Plus being one of their biggest operations now, who've attracted super people like Bill Gates. Anyway, once that worked, they said every club should have a foundation of its own. And so when we started 25 years ago, that was one of the things that just kind of came along with everything else, is we started our own foundation. And so 25 years later, we have somewhere near $75,000, $80,000. And we have been trying to build it up, not actively trying, just kind of trying. And well, we haven't actually done what we should have done, is either have a fundraiser or talk about it all the time and get people to donate to it. And so birthday checks are our main source of income. And so when you have a birthday, it has become traditional to write a check for the number of years and give it to the club. It started out to give it to the foundation. Now we have several options of where it can go. But anyway, in the thing we just had yesterday, the
Colorado Gives Day. Oh, Colorado Gives Day.
Gives Day. Jim, before he left, set us up in the Colorado Gives Day to be able to give to the Flatirons Foundation. So among many.
That wasn't advertised.
No, it didn't. And it's just in there and you have to go look for it. Anyway, I donated to it yesterday just because Jim and I both put money in it last year just to get it started. And we need to let the club know that that's one of the options. Jim's idea was there would be people who just surfing through all the different organizations you could give to, we would just randomly get money from different sources. But we do need to advertise it, if nothing else, amongst our club members. So that along with the
And
other.
you don't have to donate just on Colorado Gives Day.
Correct, correct.
Right. You can do it anytime.
Yeah.
Do they get more if we get more if they donate Colorado Gift Day?
Colorado Gives Day, is it First Bank that, yeah, Community Foundation, has an amount of money that they will match on Colorado Gives Day.
Oh.
There are so many, I mean, it's like 100,000 or more than $100,000. But there's so many organizations that, our share will be, 1/2 of 1% or 1/10 of 1%.
It depends on how many donors there are. So a large organization like maybe the Salvation Army that has a lot of donors, then they will match it because of the number of donors on Colorado Gives Day. Like we had 2 donors. We're not even running for national. But there are thousands of donors, then it's a difference. I'm glad someone explained that. I didn't realize. Yeah, no, it's all about points. It's all about points because when I was on the Boulder Betsy board, they were trying to encourage people because the higher number of people, not dollars, the higher number of people, the more you got. Okay. So I'm thinking I could give any day of the year. Why do I have to give on this day?
Yeah.
That's right.
Is all about the points.
Gotcha. And that was my point is, yes, you might have missed that. Maybe they were, but if it's not that big, still do that.
club, it's not.
Because it's still the end of the year and if you're gonna donate, for the year, it would still be really valuable.
Yeah,
Well, and in some organizations, there are people within the organization that put up a matching fund challenge.
Yes.
So if you have an angel in the works, you get 60 people to contribute that, those 60 people's donation is matched. Community Foundation matched like $1.6 million yesterday in terms of all of the over 3,000 nonprofits that are registered. Yeah, but it doesn't mean you can't give tomorrow or that you shouldn't have given last week.
So Rusty, I'd like to know, last year you gave, I gave, Jim gave. And we never got a thank you from the club.
well,
And Jim said that.
That's-
because
I
you
gotta
get it from
start doing
Colorado
that.
Big State. So just reminding you
good.
that if you gave yesterday, that you have to write yourself. Or Terry has to write yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you get something from
How
Colorado
would I
Big State?
know though if we're not
You get
getting
it,
it?
but last year.
And I don't know, because I wasn't privy to getting anything from the Colorado Gift State. Do they notify us that someone gave the money?
Yes, Colorado Gives notifies the individual, but the individual organization, nonprofit also needs to write a thank you note, whatever.
How do they find out? It's deposited in their account?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't look at December's
And
bank
it will
statement.
only help, people come back the next year, because I did not get thank yous from some people last year. I'm not talking about this, I don't care about this. But other places actually called me and said, oh, wow, that's so nice. And I was impressed. So it's
Okay.
best policy is to write a thank you note or an email, anything, just to say hello.
Okay. Well, we will
We will start.
definitely do that, and whether our secretary or treasurer does it, we'll find out. But the treasurer, I
have-
assume, is who will know who has given.
Yeah, and
When we received checks for peaches, just not, they didn't give peaches in return, they just wanted to donate, I sent thank you letters at Ann's prompting, but I have not sent thank you letters to members that have given birthday checks, and I apologize, so I will start doing that.
the biggest concern for not-for-profit is if we are ever audited, that's one of the things that the auditors will look at.
Okay.
And so that's the reason for it is, if we want to maintain our status, that would be, we are such a small organization that I doubt that we'll ever be audited, but that's the reason for it.
Okay.
Another interesting point, just on this thank you note, if you have an employer that provides matching funds, you have to have that thank you note with your name on it to be able to use that function. So like Rotary Foundation continuously messes up the one that we turn in because we do it in Lexi's name, my wife's name, and they always send a thank you to me. And we have to tell them every year, like, I'm sorry, you have to change it because otherwise you're not going to get your matching money. And they're like, oh, no problem, we'll be right there. You know? But I have to go through 2 phone calls and an email every year. So anyhow, Rusty.
So
Okay.
I'm learning, I'm not done a foundation before, so thank you.
I think that this whole thing is a learning process, and we do want to grow our foundation so that we have more money to give away. And so that makes perfect sense, but I think that being compliant with the law is important to maintain our status.
Maybe not the most important thing, but it is important.
But it's very important, because certainly I've been through other audits with
Yeah.
nonprofits, but with these $1 million foundations, so it's a different.
Well, and we don't want the bad publicity, or the difficulty of going through an audit,
Yeah,
occupy somebody's time, and then it shows up in the newspaper, and
yeah, exactly.
no one will ever give us money again.
Hopefully not.
I feel like we're still a baby in this.
Well, and
Definitely.
there were so many changes for us. This year, we actually got the foundation organized, and we were able to not to do some new things, but because of the money coming direct, our fundraising money goes now directly into the foundation, it used to go through the club. And it's provided some new opportunities for our treasurer, our new treasurer, to try to get all that
I have
organized.
the sphere of the 990, so I have an extension. And then in January, I'll have a lot more time to.
Oh, yeah, we'll all have more time to get.
So Terry, there is marketing that comes from the Community Foundation of Colorado Houssiere. And I'll work on it, but if we really, if we want to do anything and make more money here this way, then we need to market it. Okay, so.
Yeah,
Because
I'm sorry, it's
passed.
passed.
Every day I've got 12, I don't know how many emails from people. Yeah, especially.
On that, and the lead up to
And it just comes
colors,
directly from, I think, Colorado, the Community Foundation sent it out. Or the foundation.
Need more. Oh,
But you can.
do we need?
We are going to elect a new board member, an additional board member.
I think you have board elections, and I mean, Joanne is much more privy in the bylaws and versed in them, so I don't know if Joanne wants to butt in, but you do have a board election task force, is I think probably the righteous term for it, of people who are helping solicit folks to serve on your board. And some of the folks that you had come on this year, based on the process and the bylaws, may have to be duly elected because they were interim, taking over spots for people who had left this year. So I think Joanne can speak to that specifically, but I got her here, so let me turn on the loudspeaker.
Yeah, that's right. All the board.
All right, Joanne, we can hear you.
All of the foundation board
Oh,
members
one sec,
need to be
I thought we could hear
reelected
you,
this
but
year.
Now we
And
can. Perfect.
Okay?
Yeah.
And there are 1-year terms and 2-year terms, because every year we're going to elect 2 new foundation board members. So this will all be set out. We've got a nominating committee. Bob is on it. He's on the Zoom call here, and Dave Turner. And there was to be another member at large elected to the foundation nominating committee. And they'll all prepare their slate for elections, probably along with the club elections in January.
Okay.
And when we get to the financials, I just want to say, is there any members that work in the investment field?
Well,
Okay.
let's get into that when we get there. Yeah. Thank you, Joanne.
Okay.
Yes, along with the other changes, Joanne rewrote our bylaws. Jim was working on it, and then Joanne finished it up. And so we're all kind of referring, but does it say that in the bylaws? I don't remember that. So we're kind of finding our way through all of this and hopefully meeting deadlines. One of the reasons for me standing here today is Joanne kept pestering me, you got to get out and tell everybody what we're doing, and we have to have an annual meeting. So this is our annual meeting. So anyway, one of the goals that we have had for some time, I don't even know if it's written down, is to raise a total of $100,000 for the foundation. We're up to 80, but we owe the grants committee some money, so we'll end up with somewhere around $70,000. And we have to keep $30,000 in reserve to buy peaches or whatever our fundraising is for seed money. So it looks like a lot of money, and how come we're not giving away more? But it's not as much as it looks like. And as we were talking before the meeting, back in the good old days, when you could make 5% on the savings account, there was money to be had. If you could get up to $100,000, that would be $5,000 a year that we could give for grants. Now it's $700 or something, because there's just no money to be had from savings accounts. And Carrie asks me every time she looks at the bank account, hey, we only made $3.
Let's start bumping into these. You can bring one up.
We will talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
So it's one of the things that we're going to discuss as the year goes on is how can we increase the foundation amount other than just begging from each other? And, you know, do we want to have a fundraiser or, you know, several different options. But if we're ever going to get to that $100,000 and it's taken us 25 years to get to where we are, then we're going to probably have to do something more than birthday checks. So, yes.
Just to let you know, one of our members, who's a senior status member, makes a donation every invoice period to the foundation. And at the end of the year, I write a check to the foundation for that amount. So you can actually make donations to the foundation through your dues check if you wish. It's the same that we do with the Rotary Foundation and the Polio Plus. If you want to make that contribution, then at the end of the year, and our end of the year is June 30th, then I write a check to the foundation. But the club can't collect that money for you if you don't want to write two checks. It's just an option.
Okay.
One person that does that every year.
Okay. And that's easy. And
It's
you know,
very easy.
we give money to different things. And one of the ways to become a Paul Harris Fellow is to donate to the Rotary Foundation, And I do that through dues. And that just takes money out of my dues check and sends it off to the Rotary. So let's go ahead and move on to the next stage. And Teri is going to go through the finances a little bit, and show us where our money is and what we're doing with it. Paying our bills.
We don't have that many bills, but thank you.
All right.
So some of you may get dizzy-eyed with numbers. This isn't that complicated. I'm just going to let you look at this first before I comment, but this is all, because we're a nonprofit, we don't do a profit and loss statement. It's about cash in and cash out, and what our cash balance is. So this is a portion of it. And this is what we started with on July 1st of this year. And this is what we made on the peach sales, not the net yet. In fact, I didn't even put the net on there. But this is what came in through the foundation. Your Kroger gift cards are still important. That's, I think, 2 quarters worth or 2 months worth, I'm not sure. Birthday checks, not much, but I think that's like 4 people, maybe. So, and then we then turn around. Any questions on the cash in? Oh, yes.
Okay, I buy a lot of stuff on Amazon for my company. And I noticed every time I buy something, it says a deduction is being made for Boulder Flatirons Rotary Club.
Yeah.
A small match. It's very small, but I know every time they do it,
It comes to the club. It
So where
doesn't
does that
go to
go?
the foundation. It comes to the club. In fact, I just got a statement the other day and we got $20 or something. $20. So it's coming to the club, and that's the question for Bob Roenick. Should it go to the foundation instead of the club?
All right,
When we set it up several years ago, Kroger also came to the club. And we had changed that so it went to the foundation, but we do get it.
So it's like $20 a quarter?
I just got a notification, as I said, in the bank statement, because it's an automatic, so, and it was like $22. So I assume that was for a couple of months.
Okay.
But we do get it, it comes to the club.
Okay.
Is our foundation a 401c3?
Yes.
Yes.
That's why all of these major organizations are donating to the foundation.
Yes, and Bob Roenick was gonna check to see if we should change the Amazon Smile to the foundation as opposed, but we haven't yet. And it's such a small amount of money that we just haven't, you know, last year, I think we made like $100 or something. It was not very much. So that just, but
So
we
it's all-
are getting it, it just comes to the point.
More hype than reality.
Exactly.
And we need to make sure that's happening, because if they get on it and found out that Amazon gets on it, there's checks out there for profits, then they're gonna come looking at those other profits. And we better have our money and all the money. That's it. Because we'll get.
So we should set up an account with Amazon?
We just have to tell Amazon, and I don't know how to do that, that's Bob who set it up. We have to tell Amazon to send the money to the checking account for the foundation as opposed to the club.
Gotcha.
It's just, that's what's happening. And it's such an insignificant amount of money in the grand scheme of things that it hasn't happened.
Terry,
Yes.
Hey, Bob's on and he has his mic off. Bob, do you want to comment real quick?
we have an account. You sign up for it the same way as you do for King Supers. To anything that is purchased on Amazon Smile, which is not everything on Amazon, has a very small portion of it that is then sent to us quarterly, I think.
To the club.
But you have to link it with your Amazon account.
Yeah, Bob, I think they're referring to wanting to switch it so that instead of giving to the Boulder Flatirons Rotary Club, they want it to go to the Boulder Flatirons Rotary Foundation. So that's the conversation they're having right now, but I think it's something we can still talk about.
For 20 bucks a quarter, it's not worth the headache. Unless people are gonna get
Unless you
serious
do it
about it.
like the birthday checks. I mean, like your statements.
Yes, so that I would send that money to the foundation at the end of the year.
Right.
Which, and because it's
Thanks, Bob.
on the P and L, we know exactly how much it is. It would be very easy to do that.
But Mary Beth, the problem here, if you're only getting $20 a quarter, I mean, I still get, I'm not even bothered to spell my percent, and I set up our Amazon Smile, and I get the report that's supposed to go to the treasurer there, but she can't figure out how to change it over. No big deal, she just doesn't do it. The thing, they get like $150 a quarter, and they have, so it's a matter of telling people how to use it, reminding them.
Who orders on Amazon?
Everybody.
And
I have an
And
account
did you
for-
know there on the Smile, you can put the name of the organization you want a
Oh, yeah,
percentage to
and
go
you can
to.
change it too.
But the-
Mine goes to Attention Homes right now.
Yeah,
It has
mine
been
goes
for
to
years.
Betsy. So
Yeah.
yes, when we set this up late, most people were set up for Amazon Smile to go to a not-for-profit. But I know that with several people in the club, it was already set up to go to a different nonprofit.
Right.
And so we were sort of late.
But we're allowed to change it, can't
Yes,
we?
you're certainly allowed to change it.
I don't want it.
I want
set
to
under
keep my money going to the theater club company, so I don't change it.
And one thing I'll point out too is even if you have it set up, most of the ways that you shop through Amazon, you have to then reroute to Smile.Amazon. If you use the app on your phone, it will not go there.
You have to sign up through Amazon.
Yeah, so what you can do is you can go to smile.amazon.com on your phone, on your tablets, on your computer, and create that as the bookmark. You can create as a home screen icon on your phone so it looks like the Amazon app, and click that instead of your shopping. And if you don't do that, it will not give money to anyone. You're just leaving money on the table.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
we can do a tutorial on that someday in the club, and we can, or put a video up of it on YouTube or something.
So we got Amazon and Colorado Gift Day we need to get working on. Okay, so this is the expense or the cash outside. So I didn't put that, so you got like 36,000 was the cost on the peaches and 51,000, so that's like 15,000 profit. That's not as much as they made last year, but we sold more. I don't understand that. That wasn't my thing.
The peaches were more expensive.
They were.
Oh,
Inflation.
gotcha. And then we transferred out of the checking. We had already 20,000. That comes to the next slide. So this is the checking that we're looking at. And we have something in the Constitution that we keep the same, we keep in the checking what we need to purchase bulk on the next peach product. Something like that. And then, am I blocking the?
I'm showing them directly.
Okay.
What is the voided?
I forgot to take that off. Where is that?
It's
So
underneath.
only 6,000 versus.
Oh, yeah, I meant to take that off. When I presented, I just plugged in dollars for up to today, because I'm making a deposit today, and I want you to have up to date. But when I presented this in September, we had to avoid their check because they never received it. And then it was rewritten in October, so that's why that's still on that side.
But we did give it to
We did, yeah. It
Okay,
should,
so it
we're
doesn't
voided,
matter,
should
it's
not
still
be
down
on
there.
there. Yeah. So these are what we gave out so far of that 15, no, this is for next. We're spending what we made profit on last year. So they've got 10,684 spent, and how much do they get still?
Just about another 10,
Okay.
9 something.
Yeah, it was around 20,
That the
21.
grants committee has not formalized grants for yet.
So these are the grants that came out, and then we, this happened before, we don't have this coming in because it came in before July 1st, but the project sanctuary check went back out to them from the garage sale in our year, so it's all in the same pot. And then we made a lot of money, especially at the place where we were selling peaches with, where Roger Cabbage was with us. And people were putting a lot of money in the jars for global access. And that's what this difference is. We granted them 5,000 from them. So those two total up to 5,000. And then the foundation itself, the foundation board agreed to add 1,000 for shelter box, which we did receive a thank you from shelter box, and I meant to bring it and share it with you, but I left it on my desk. And then, so this is the balance that's now in the checking account. It's been reconciled with my cash in and out. And then this is the reserve account. So we have two accounts at Chase Bank. We started out with 20 in there. We added the transfer 30. We've only made $1.65 to date. July right now. And so that bothers me. It's like we should be investing in something more.
Yeah, on your previous slide, it said that it costs us $72 to have the bank accounts.
No, those bank fees, sorry, I skipped over that. We had to stop payment on 2 checks.
Oh, okay, all right, so it's not, they're not charging us every month.
No, no, we keep enough in the account to not have to be charged. The initial $12 was, I don't know, that first statement of setting up the account.
$72 to stop 2 checks.
No, it costs $30 a check.
No, it's expensive.
And then when the checks are $4,600 and the other one was $742, it's worth it.
Yeah.
That's why we.
I used to realize that.
They got lost in the mail. They said they never received them.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to that. I mailed them.
Well, I had a check, I get monthly checks. I had a check take 47 days to get from Lima to Boulder.
Wow. Very bad right now. Very impressed.
And usually the envelope when that happens is all beat up. This one was in perfect. 46 days.
Wow. You know what? This is unrelated to anything, but I still prefer to pay my bills by mail because I want to support our postal system.
Me too.
They are losing money and their staffing is getting cut. Yeah. Although now they're looking for people, they're posting signs because people don't want to work there anymore. So this is all that we have, I believe. Oh,
There's an easier slide for the final.
yeah. So, did you do that?
I made it for you.
Oh, thank you.
I wanted to sum it up. So
A
that
lot of
you can
hands in the.
you can give the final summary. It's all the same numbers. I just copied and pasted out of your sheet.
So to make a long story shorter, there you go. So we have the 80,000, but like you said, we still have 10,000 in grants still to give out. Okay.
All right, thank you, Terry. And Terry has done a wonderful job.
Is that all
And
there is?
when we started, she said, "Well, I don't understand what this is all about." Well, she's come a long way. And
Yeah, I have a degree in accounting, but I did not do well.
don't tell that part of the story.
Well, let me just say, the upper level classes just didn't go well.
Terry, I imagine your professors kept asking, how did that $10,000 end up in your bank account?
No, that's not. I like numbers and I majored in accounting and I've been a bookkeeper and done accounting income. Big O Tires headquarters.
Ooh.
Yes.
So Russ, can you tell us about
About what?
Mezzo?
Pete Mezzo.
Yes. Oh, he's your vice president?
Yes.
Okay, because we got the report yesterday and I noticed that
What?
What report?
The foundation. Joanne gave us the foundation.
That was your report out, your minutes from your last meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We had a meeting, right?
That was a couple months ago.
Yeah, a couple months
Yeah, I
ago.
know, but we just made aware of it.
Okay.
And I noticed that,
We got it a month ago too.
Oh, it's your fault, okay.
Yeah, I sent it and it was in the board notes a month ago and then I resent it again.
Oh.
This is old
My
news,
fault.
old news.
It's old news.
Okay.
So
old
we
news.
meet quarterly and report quarterly.
And you're looking for a financial person to still from Boulder Rotary?
Yes, and it doesn't have to be a member of the club. It's just that that's the way it has been in the past. But right now, we don't have a financial person or a stockbroker or anything that's in our club. So we just need, I'm sure we all have a person that we know that's either a broker or banker or something. So if anyone has suggestions, what we should do with this money, so that it's always available if necessary.
And Rusty, I'll raise my hand. I said the last time we asked about this, my wife, former Rotarian, that's how I met her. And she used to be a financial advisor with a specialty in nonprofit advising. So, and Morgan
I think we found our person.
And Morgan Stanley. So she's really busy and that's why she can't do Rotary because she travels all the time. But if you need advice on it, she's happy to have a phone call or email conversations.
Definitely.
But she probably doesn't have enough time to do like Rotary style, like touch base every 3-5 days. She can't do that. But if you want to have a quarterly conversation with her about it, she would tell you she's not licensed anymore. She's not, but she can tell you probably in your best interest to focus on using these things, these tools as a non-advisory,
Great. We will get in touch with her, see what she thinks we should do.
She will tell you her opinion.
All right. That's pretty much the end of the program. If anybody has more questions, feel free. But we will continue operating as we are and hopefully get a little better at it. And
we are getting better.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you. Have you considered shopping around to community banks rather than using one of the big megaliths like Chase in our community to let them have that money towards supporting, more local jobs, more local business?
No,
Has
we
that been a
haven't
conversation
considered
yet?
that. One of the things that I was disappointed is when we went to Chase to open our new accounts, I thought
change signatures.
Yeah, we had to put signatures and deposit some money. I thought Chase, the bank, would have a branch or a part of their bank where they could invest money for us, and they don't.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really weird.
So you could also then have, say we will sponsor you as, kind of a partner with us and say get publicity, for the local banks. There's events that we do and stuff that could just put their logo on or whatever and see if they can't partner more. And that's what happens like with CSF, the Elevations is very involved with them. And so they get, it's kind of a mutually beneficial situation.
Oh goodness, we're gonna have a Boulder Flatirons Rotary Foundation banks here sign up, just like we're doing with everything else.
we're open to any suggestions, just me.
Can you just tell us who is on the foundation and the roles, just verbally? I think we got it in the mail, but who is the foundation?
I
He's the he's the brain.
I'm the president, and was nominated before we started electing officers. So now with Joanne's help, we're going to be organized, and I will only be on here for 2 years at the most, one possibly, I hope.
So are there term limits in the bylaw?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, 2 years basically, but because we're just starting this off, we're going to do it staggered. The first people will be 1 year, and then the next people will be 2 years. And then every 2 years after that, a new president will be. And I think in the bylaws, and Joanne, correct me, you can be reelected for one more term.
Correct.
And then I'm the president. Pete Mezzo is the vice president. Teri is the treasurer,
And I'm an official member, but Joanne is ex officio member.
Joanne's
to
our
be
secretary.
And keep us on the line. And then Bob's on it.
Bob Groening is a member.
Right.
And I think
Who's
that's
the
it.
other-
Yes,
And-
because
and
you've lost several people.
We have lost several people, but pardon.
Past president is also.
Ex officio, I'm ex officio.
Yeah,
Ex
the
officio.
club past president is
They're ex officio members. but
Yeah.
yes.
not voting, but yes, on the board.
Right.
And is Bill Hendrick still on the foundation?
No, and that's who we're
One
going
of
to
the
have
fill-
to replace in this new election. Bill said he would like to be off of the board.
Oh.
So he has been for years, and he was our treasurer and did a wonderful job, but he said he got it backing out of some things.
Rusty?
Bob, Joanne, did you have anything to add here?
Yeah, as a part of the nominating committee, we'll be soliciting potential members to be voted in January. But if anybody has an interest in being involved, let one of us know. Let me know. Because we will be going after, how many, Joanne, how many?
Oh, Joanne, you're muted.
Okay, there are a total of 5.
But how many need to be voted in, or how many new people need to be voted in January?
Well, everybody needs to be elected. So.
All right, but we need,
We need 2 that will be 2-year terms and 2 that'll be 1-year terms. And then the chair is always elected every year.
Yeah, some current folks can be renominated towards the board, but that just goes towards the same term limits we just discussed.
If we consider everyone that's on the board now remaining, we need to replace Bill Hendrick.
okay.
But everyone gets voted in this year.
But everybody gets voted in this year, so that we have a staggered term board.
Marty had a quick question.
Yeah, I need to put a plug in for Leslie and I for the club nominations that if you want to be considered, please let us know. And this is for the club, president-elect, treasurer, board members.
Oh, this is the club side.
The club side, because we will also, the officers we have to vote on, we also will be voting on that at the same time. So of course,
Which will
we'll
be
reaching out
January.
to people, but if you want to be considered, and this does not include committee chairs, those are not voted on, Leslie was just appointed, so, thanks.
Yeah, and that voting will happen January 12th at the club meeting, which is the meeting Ray Anderson is coming. So we will hold those elections, but the nomination forms will be out to you the week prior. So by Thursday of the week prior.
I just have to say thank you, because the foundation has been so opaque for so long. And last year it was really opaque. And so having this transparency and knowing how much money we have, how many people are on the board, who is on the board, it really makes a big difference. So thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you.
And it's so much easier to be opaque. You just So this is all work for us to have to do, learn new jobs and everything, before we just kind of.
Hey, Rusty, speaking on that real quick, I know Leslie has a question, but have you been successful in getting everything you need to transition everything out of like Jim's name? Because I know a lot of stuff was in Jim's name and address. Has that all worked out?
I think we're pretty well worked out,
All
and
done?
things just happen every now and then.
Okay. But mostly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep plugging along. We're doing the same in the club.
We have some forms that still show up with someone else's name and go, wait, we need to get that off.
I think, yeah, we got,
Yeah, Lou is on one of our correspondence.
Lou and Jim are still getting emails from the state, so, yeah, we got that
And
taken care of.
I think also just for, for the club to understand that, one of the foundation's big roles is to write checks for grants. And the process of that is grant applications come in, they're reviewed by the grants committee. The grants committee approves them. The club board then says, yep, that looks good. And then they go to the foundation and the foundation just writes the check.
Have no opinion about the grants at all, just
Is
right.
that- I mean,
Just
that's right.
getting the money to the grantee. Any other questions?
Complicated. But of course, we need to report to the grants committee how much they have to work with.
Yes, depending on the fundraising that we have made the previous year, we look at that and decide, okay, we've got these expenses, so this is how much the grants committee will get to operate for the next year.
Question for Jay, one question. 2 meetings we're not having.
Correct.
22nd and 29th.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll talk about that just as we're Rusty, thank you so much. Terry, Joanne, Bob, thank you for joining and weighing in and giving us the information we need. It's great to have 4 out of the 5 board members here, so it's very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Note, Beth Kroger is online, so she joined us for your checklist. Hey, Beth, good to see you. Yeah. Okay, I was going to say something, and I'm totally blanking it now. So.
About the meetings. The 22nd
Yeah,
and 29th.
perfect. Thank you so much. All right, so we have a meeting next week. We'll have Boulder Valley Humane Society is going to be speaking to us about some additional types of project work, and this will help segue into our club looking at opportunities to provide services back for this amazing space they've been providing us. We have the ideas that we want to financially support some projects. We might want to do some volunteering work if there's possibilities on that. So this is going to help us figure out all the ways that we can give back to our community here that's providing for us, because it's a two-way street for us here at Rotary. That said, we do not have a meeting the following week, which would be the week leading up to Christmas. So that would be the 22nd. And then the following week after that, the 29th, we also will be on leave of meetings. But the meeting following, which is January 3rd, I believe, 5th, 4th, 5th. All right, great. The 5th, that one will be our next club assembly meeting. So another meeting that we expect to have about the same number of people, but that one will be really great. I think that we have a lot of stuff coming up on the horizon for that. So it'll be in the newsletter for January. So keep your eyes open for that. We'll explain what we're going to do that meeting. I think it's going to be bigger for this club. It's going to be helpful, and it's definitely going to help feed into Leslie's year on how we can be better organized to get more done and provide more to the community. So that said, our favorite moment in the meeting of the week. Thank you for sticking with us an extra 5 minutes, but if it's Wednesday, it's Rotary.
Oh, no.
Thanks everyone online.